Alright, we got season 3, episode number 9 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Last episode, Yuji pulled up on Higuruma and Megumi pulled up on a guy named Reggie with receipts all over his body. We learned about Higuruma, how he is as a person. He's a good dude, but he kind of snapped and he had his curse technique awaken and he seems to be extremely talented. Last episode was fire and I've heard good things about this one, so I'm sure that this episode will be too. So without further ado, let's run the intro and hop right into this. Yup, right into it, baby. Let's go. You gonna rush him? Too late. Oh, we can't even fight each other in here. It's a courtroom. Wow. We can talk, basically. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Better come with a good excuse. Everything? Wow. This is such a cool domain. And you got the scales? Oh, you thought he was joking. Well, yeah, but still. Yeah, that's what Tengen was saying. That's what we were speculating last episode. Yep. But this is more of like a passway. His whole technique functions on this domain. But depending on whether your defense is good enough, you might get punished severely. Okay, but what if the evidence is like a picture from the inside of him using the machine? Then what do I say? Yeah. People lie in court all the time. There wouldn't be a need for trials, yeah. Yeah, because if it's a picture, you're screwed, but if it's a witness statement, maybe it was a different person. No! Oh, that's a good excuse unless it was... unless it was pictures. You're... Yeah. That's actually a good question. Are they all like a death sentence somehow? Alright, what's the evidence? This is such a cool domain, bro. It is a photo! You could throw some clown music over the top of this. So then what would he have to say, that he never exchanged the cash, but wouldn't playing the game itself already be illegal or worth punishment? What? Okay, that kind of makes sense. He's about to explain it to you, bro. All you had to say was I was using the cash exchange. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Okay. For a separate reason, at a different parlor. So a little different than what I thought. Like taking the curse technique. But Yuji doesn't have one. Curse technique or curse energy? That would be shit. Pretty much a guaranteed loss for everyone. Brother, this Mickey Mouse goofy ass hammer can just go up and down and get big and small. This whoop as hammer. Yeah, it took his. That is cheap. Look back. Oh! Oh! Look at the hand! The switching hands! Oh my god. Let's go, Yuji! Lil, okay? Wait a second. My bad, Kratos. Bro, this is dead serious? Like that one vampire from Castlevania fighting Alucard. Oh my god, the Grade 1 sorcerer, I mean, I guess that makes sense. He's putting up a fight against Yuji. The chair! What? I think you could have hit him there, Higuruma. Hey, but Yuji's locked in too. Yeah? Sun Wukong? This long... Careful. Say swear. Yeah! It's like a fucking gun. Bro, I wonder what Gege Agutami thinks about when he sees this. He must be so proud and happy. Oh, but because he doesn't have one, it took his energy. You're not surprised that Yuji's this strong without any curse energy? Oh, here it goes. Because Yuji's the GOAT. Yeah, Yuji's a fucking problem. Yeah, I mean, he's a regular dude now. Regular man. Yeah, that's what I was saying, right? If most people lose their curse technique, energy even worse. Oh, he's making it smaller. Yo, the perspective. Bro, they're so good, man. Mappa's just showing the off. Yep. Wow, and he's using it to boost. Yuji, dodge! Ah! He said this shit is not okay. A retrial? Everybody come back. A retrial. Oh! Yo, that was so close! His spine is like this now. That's crazy though. I mean, I guess Higuruma's a grade 1 ability sorcerer and he's fast. But if you knew enough about law, right? As soon as you failed the first trial, just immediately ask for one before he hits you. Well, geez. Remember what Megumi said? Yep. He's so guilty. He feels so responsible about that. He'll never deny that. It's impossible for him to lie to himself. Okay, let's see what the difference is. This guy randomly looks like the janitor from Megumi School. Here we go. The gavel of death. Executioner sword. Stacks. That makes sense. It's a death penalty. It's a one hit. He's not gonna go through with it. I'm assuming the evidence had like Sukuna as because it wasn't Yuji. It's not like Yuji forcibly switched either. He got forced into it. He got force fed. Okay, Yuji, little 360 front. Where'd he go? Okay, that's smart. I want to be able to defend the weak, bro. Dude, the chills. Yo! Yuji! Left, right, good night! That's what I figured. Dude, oh my god! Yeah. He feels responsible. Yo! He's gonna let himself get hit, bro. Yo, you're about to eat a straight punch! Oh my god, the upper! The Shoryuken! Yo, Yuji's buff as shit. I hope he protected with cursed energy. Yeah, he didn't willingly switch to Sukuna. And even if he did, he had no control. Oh, well thanks, Higuruma. Maybe I should be a lawyer. Brother, that's a non-curse energy reinforced punch. Do you understand how strong this kid is? He's gonna respect Yuji a lot. That's what I... Yo, Toby, bro, this episode has been incredible. Animation, the actual relationship between these two. Unfortunately, yeah. Dang, and Higuruma started last episode's conversation with, it feels surprisingly good, but in reality, it ate him up inside, dude. I won't lie, I did my whole ending breakdown, didn't even see this. But when you see this, I haven't seen this yet. When you see the breakdown, I haven't seen this yet. One of my points. Nice. Nice. No, he looks defeated. Look at the way he's climbing those steps. Wow. Damn, man. That man's whole psyche got torn up by shit cases and just unfortunate tragedy. No, no, no! Do not try to spoil me. No, no, no. So I don't know how I'm gonna edit this because no cap, when I did my breakdown, I kind of went right into it after I thought it ended. So you might see a hard cut right now to me talking about something that I was already talking about. Sorry about that. I was saying it in the middle of the episode, bro. JJK, it feels like with this, it felt like season 1 was them, you know, adapting it. They treated it really well. Crazy pieces of animation and just showing the series love in season 1, right? It booms in popularity, and rightfully so. I mean, it's just such a likable show with likable characters. Gege did a great job. It booms in popularity. Season 2 drops. It adapts one of the biggest arcs, or the biggest arc pretty much of the show at the time. One of the biggest arcs of like a modern shonen, like a recent 5-year shonen anime or manga, sorry. They do a tremendous job. I can think what, maybe like 2 or 3 episodes, and this is just speaking about animation, not even story. The whole story was good. The plot lines in the Shibuya arc are so fire. I love it a lot. If we're speaking strictly animation, there was only like 2 or 3 episodes in it that weren't really animated up to the level of the rest of the season. But then you had the whole controversy because MAPPA wasn't really treating its workers right, and they were getting rushed and had to meet crazy oppressive deadlines. And despite that adversity and malpractice, really, they were able to produce some insane episode 13, episode 16, episode 17, just ridiculous episodes that they still further improved on and iterated in the Blu-ray release. Then season 3 comes along and it just feels like they're really hitting their stride, or maybe it's just the staff changes, new director. I don't know what it is really, but it feels like JJK is expressing itself in the medium and it's matured. MAPPA really has leaned into this whole looking at it from the eye of making conventional movies and then seeing how you can adapt that with the creativity and free will of animation, the freedom of animation, where you can really make anything happen. It just feels so unique. You can say that about Chainsaw Man. You can say that about pretty much everything Mappa adapts. Pretty much, not all of it, but pretty much everything Mappa adapts that is their high priority. You can just tell, man, it has that little special sauce. The hand-to-hand parts of this episode were crazy. When he was hitting him and then he like tossed the gavel back, hit him. Yuji caught it, threw it back. He fixed his tie real quick, made the gavel disappear, caught the gavel, started throwing it like a Gatling gun, was making it grow long and back. Freaking Goku. Like this fight, the choreography, the creative decisions when Yuji was grabbing the chair, using the environment to his advantage, the way they use the 3D spacing camera. Bro, this episode was excellent. For real, it's this episode, it's Maki's episode, this episode, maybe like the first or second, one of those episodes. But specifically the Maki episode and this episode for this core so far have been standouts. And as much as Higuruma kind of snapped because of the legal system in Japan, then he got roped into this and he kind of saw an opportunity to kind of right some of those wrongs, even though it was misguided in my opinion. With that in mind, he tried to convince himself of being a different person, but at his roots, at the core of him as a human being, he is a good guy. Higuruma's a great person and he's there to just help people that are at their wits end. Like he said to his coworker or employee or something, I don't really know the specifics of lawyer structure, but as he said to his assistant, you know, when they're mad at us and angry at us and they're looking at me with those eyes, it's not like I can always blame them for it because they're at their wits end. They're at the end of their own rope. You know, their life feels like it's over, especially when they're innocent. Now you're just sitting there, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life behind bars. You don't understand how crazy that is? The rest of my entire life, you live a long fucking time, especially when you didn't commit the crime. So these people are at the end of their rope mentally, emotionally, physically. That anger is expressive, right? And Higuruma can recognize that these people just need help. They're people in need. And that's why he became a defense lawyer, to help those people and help people that can't defend themselves in his own eyes. Yuji is one of those people. It's not even that Yuji can't. Yuji could lie. Yuji could have said that. Yuji could have disassociated and told himself that so that he wouldn't have to carry that burden. He could have said, that wasn't me, that was Sukuna, which is true. That wasn't my fault. I didn't transfer to Sukuna, which is true. But I feel like most people that care about others, if they were put into that situation, you can't help but feel responsible. Bro, Sukuna nuked a hole in the middle of Shibuya. What was 140 meters raised to the ground? People in the basements, in the subways, people that were still alive in the buildings, rubble, living, plants. It doesn't really matter what it was. It got destroyed and then burned. It doesn't exist anymore. It's just like, you would just feel responsible, bro. And he's now living his life to atone, really. When you're presented with that idea in court, you're not gonna deny it. And that's crazy though. That leads him to having a sure hit kill. Higuruma couldn't bring himself to do it because he remembered why he became a defense lawyer in the first place. I mean, man, just wonderfully done. Gege is a great writer, bro. Like, as much shit as pretty much every shonen gets, not even just JJK, but pretty much every shonen, for the most part, there might be a few exceptions, can get shit on for like not nearly everyone wants this super complex, deep, and emotional story at all times of the day, and nothing can ever be happy-go-lucky or just, I want to see this guy throw hands. I think Gege does a great job writing characters that you care about, you know? Characters that you care about quickly, too. I've only known this guy for 2 episodes, and I really like him, but he's on our side now, it seems like. At the very least, he's gonna give us the 100 points, and we're gonna see where that goes. We're gonna make some rules, get Sumiki out of here, find Angel, and like I've been saying over the last few episodes, free Gojo. Gojo wipe my ass. That's pretty much how, that's the sequence of events, but obviously, we only have 2 episodes left of this half of the core. Or wait, am I crazy? No, it's 12 episodes, so we have 3 episodes left. I don't know why I equated Frierin's episode count. I think it's because I just watched Frieren, but I equated Frierin's episode count to the first core of JJK. That's not true. We have 3 episodes left before maybe like a 6-7 month break. And my god, 6-7 month, 7th, 8th month break before we get to the second core of the season. And in the meantime, we're gonna be fighting, or not fighting, but we're gonna see the fights. Maki said she'd pull up to the colonies after the whole thing, after she cleared out the weapons cache, and in doing that, she actually took out the entire clan and is now way stronger. So we got a Tojified Maki. Yuta's been in the colonies trying to get the points on his by his damn self. We still gotta find Angel. Hikari's trying to fight Kashimo. We got all kinds of stuff going on, so I wouldn't be surprised if we have some more action left for us at the tail end of this season. And then it's just a little bit of a break before we get to see the rest of the greatness unfold. And JJK is inevitably gonna end in movies because Demon Slayer ended in movies and Haikyuu's gonna end in movies. They realize how much money this makes, and it's kind of financially, it wouldn't make sense if they didn't end it with movies for them, as much as we love episodical seasons. But I digress. This episode was incredible. Kinjaku will drop a bomb. I doubt it. Right, you said strong ally. Yo, she looks so offended. Look at her face. Oh, red-handed. Yeah, okay. Looks like you and all your allies are gonna die then. They're not gonna do that, bro. Negotiations have broken down. Nice, Megumi! Us! Yo, wait, do we get to see Megumi pop off? Oh, run. Oh, no. Oh, so you don't get them directly by killing, I forgot. I'm not worried. Is that an eyeball? There's too much going on. Oh, not the Demon Slayer. Ow! You blow up your body? What a terrible technique to be born with. Did you really try it? You act like Megumi's giving you way more grace than you think. He will kill you. Gasoline. So then does Reggie use his receipts to manifest items? Like he had kitchen knives. Y'all better chill before you. Big Raga, come save me. Too kind, Megumi. I would've let what happened happen. Are you for real? I'm not gonna do that. No? He decided to roast her instead. Chizuru Hari. There it is. It's meant to allow us to not fight. Let's go! What? He just... Nice. New A plus Gamma. Oh! Like a rubber band. Pull them apart. Drawn and quartered in the big 20, whatever this was. Brother, you just took elephant ass to the face. Nice. Us! Grab him by his hair, why don't you? Nice! Megumi said, I will take you out. Oh my god. He got overwhelmed. Brother, are y'all Princess Peaching your way down the building? You can use the buildings, maybe. No, but they'd be able to flee. Dodge! That's the dude from the intro that was twerking. Are you okay? Brother, are you good? Brother, you are bleeding badly. Megumi's trying to like, I don't know who that is. Nobody's trying to look at him. Brother, you embarrassed the whole room. Wait, is this his power? Like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah! I thought it ended. Brother cleared a room faster than a disgusting fart. A relative grading scale? He's grading your morality on a curve. Oh, like incarnated or modern? Bro, this comedian became real serious. Wait a second! He's not wearing anything on that half! Brother, why did I think that was a skin-colored suit? The suit is half and half. His fell out. Okay, turn this shit on. What? Bro, they threw a preschool drawing in there. That's the shit I gave to my dad, and yeah, man, I love this. He really does. Wow, that's yes, he does. Oh. Oh my God. Bro, his face is broken. There's no way his face isn't broken. Pro violence. There it is. Came from the ground. Bro, Megumi's power is so convenient. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't clock that he's healing himself as well. If not, though, it's your ass. Dude, brother, this guy's so goofy. This is what everyone gets for calling him not funny. What is this episode? I have a feeling I'm gonna love whenever he's on screen. Brother, what am I looking at? Oh, he used one to propel the eye? Where'd you get the fan from? Does he manifest reality based on his comedy? Oh! Oh no! Oh no! No! Asanuki, no! And then you caught the devious. Oh my God. Brother, and the right side of his nut is hanging out right now. Yo, his cheeks feel the draft. Get ready. Dang, he was already off the roof. Animation, man. Brother, they're using this show to show off this season. Nice. Okay, Reggie. Like, look, they're so creative, too. There's no reason to have him jumping over power lines. Just clear the area. But they're just so good at what they do. Yo, Megumi. God damn! He made him huge. I wonder if he could combine like a regular size max elephant with a big wing Nue to make it fly. You had a receipt for a surfboard. When? Stuffed animals. Yo, okay, Reggie's kind of sick. What does that do? Rock climbing? You can buy individual holds at a store? Oh my God, the creativity out this guy. Just to use his power. Uh-oh. A falling piano? And the noise it made too when it fell. Whoa. Yo, the scale of his powers has gone up for sure. Look how many freaking hairs he's made. I mean, it's not really difficult to figure out, to be honest with you, Reggie. What does that do? Wow, so he just got healed just now. And now that he's explaining his technique as well, it got stronger. So would that mean that the effects are amplified then? Well, I do see you're in an enclosed area. I feel like the domain might be lit. Yeah, Megumi's best way of using his technique would be like close quarters combat and then just summoning and resummoning and making him disappear the dog. Okay, Batman. I'm not gonna comment on that. I'm gonna just start asking everyone for the receipts at Best Buy. Yo, can I have that receipt real quick? I need the paper. Yo, can I? He's for sure about to use his domain in there. Come down and find out. What? Did he put a brick on the pedal? Oh, that's whack too. He just broke open a hole in the wall. Okay. Bro, this season is so lit. Plant pots? What is this Looney Tunes ass fight? Nice. Oh, you're an annoying opponent. No cap. I would just be annoyed the whole time. Yeah? Now you're just spamming. Yeesh. Ah, that went through his arm. Oh, look at them pop out. So I thought he was throwing these things, but no, I'm stupid. So he can summon a gun and ask the gun to shoot. Domains are hard, man. Domains are not easy. And by the sound of Reggie, it sounds like he doesn't have one. Now, we've seen him summon multiple not demon dogs, Nues and stuff. Can he summon multiple demon dogs in it? Yes! Haven't seen this in a while. Whoa! We never saw that part of it. Do not end, or I'll punch this. JJK goes by so fast. There might be maybe a handful of shows that have ever moved this quickly for me in my entire life. Sometimes, bro, you watch shows that for example, right? Fate is one of those shows in this season as well, and Freerun if it's popping off, where when the episode ends, you kind of just stare at the screen and tell yourself, where did 20 minutes go? And I think the thing with JJK is, not only is it so creative, they have so many different angles that it's kind of programming your brain the way that TikTok does and brain rot does. That's not a diss. Where so much is going on the screen at one time and changing constantly that all that ends up happening is you're enthralled the whole time. You're glued to the screen. It also helps that the story is fire, that characters are fire, and just JJK as a whole is lit. But the way it's presented to you and a million amounts of cuts and fast moving things that happen on the screen, they represent speed and strength real well. You know, it's like all this in combination ends up being like a 4-minute episode in 20 minutes. It's ridiculous. Sometimes you'll find people asking themselves whether or not JJK has like time manipulators or something going on it. Anyways, as we saw last episode, Yuji, well, convinced Higuruma he was kind of gonna lose that fight because, you know, he decided, hey, I definitely did that. It wasn't like it was me. He's always gonna take responsibility for that till the day he dies. And that gave Higuruma the Executioner sword. Long story short, Yuji's kind of fried, right? But Higuruma, the whole reason he became a lawyer is, you know, to help people like Yuji. People that need the strong arm of the law to help them, you know, get through a crisis or whatever. And that's why he let Yuji hit him, and we just saw the rule come into place here. And it wasn't just Reggie. I thought it was just Reggie, but no, it was Reggie, it was Hazanoki, and then the other guy was his name Hori. I wasn't really paying attention to him because he got folded, but it was 3 of them plus the girl. So they would use the girl to come lure them if the people were weak, kill them, take their points. If they're strong, try to recruit them into the group. And Megumi made quick work of them, bro. So Reggie's powers uses receipts to manifest things as Shikigami. but it can be anything. So he's manifesting the receipt for literally anything, which makes me wonder, like, if he manages the receipts to a bunch of gym memberships. Well, no, right? Because if you're managing the receipt to manifesting a receipt to a spa, you're manifesting the spa treatment. But if you manifest, let's say, like a personal trainer session at the gym, you do a bunch of them, would you get buff? But that's what he's doing, and he can give them simple commands. Hazanoki appears to rip off pieces of his body to make explosions, and I guess the bigger the body part, the bigger the explosion, it looks like, because the eyeball did a massive explosion, whereas the teeth are kind of like grenades, but he can use them to propel them, and he uses reverse curse technique to bring those parts of his body back. If I'm not mistaken, techniques are engraved into your brain from the moment you're born, right? So like, why was I born with that one? That's some bullshit. I'm actually pissed off about that, but whatever, I guess. And then Takaba, we don't know what Takaba's curse technique is. We met Takaba a few episodes back when he was getting scolded for being buns on the stage, on the mic. But from my guess, it appears as though he's manifesting his own realities through comedy. So he'll make jokes or take things as jokes, and that'll dictate whether or not he takes a lot of damage, or whether you take a lot of damage, or whether he's strong or he's fast, or whatever it is, right? But Takaba can be a problem, it looks like. I feel like as long as Takaba reaches the conditions of his technique properly, goes crazy properly, you can end up having a serious fight on your hands with Takaba. And that's pretty sick, especially since it looks like he's on our side, just based off the intro where he's dancing with Yuji and Megumi inside of the gym or whatever. And we saw a whole lot of hands with Megumi versus Reggie. I was saying it during the episode, bro, but they're just so creative. I think that's the biggest from season 1 of JJK was good, and then it had moments where it looked insane. Season 2 looked insane season 2 looked insane in its entirety, with maybe 2 or 3 episodes that, you know, whatever, who cares though. But Season 2 had some showpieces that were fucking ridiculous. And to be fair to Season 2, it has had more episodes that were showpieces like that compared to this season. But the difference is the consistency of this season. I think Season 2, like episode 13, episode 16, episode 17 were ridiculous. I think episode 4 of this season is for sure on par with those episodes, the Maki one. And then I guess also this past one with Yuji and Higuruma was on the level of those as well. The point is that Season 2 looked insane the whole way through with 3 real big standouts. Season 3 has 2 big standouts so far. I mean, really, this is kind of another one, but 2 big standouts for sure so far. You can even count episode 1 or 2, but the entire season is animated. The simplest shit is animated so well. That's the part that's nuts. It's not just animating, it's not just popping off when it's Sukuna versus Jogo. It's not just popping off when it's Sukuna versus Mahoraga. It's popping off when it's people walking through a forest. You know what I'm saying? Like when people are sitting on chairs talking to each other, it's popping off. It's so creative. The direction is so good, bro. Like, it's so unique. I know the director, you know, people pop off about how cool he is and how good he is at what he does on Twitter and stuff along those lines, but everyone, bro, everyone involved with this is just, it's just so impressive, man. But yeah, Megumi's having a bit of a tougher time. I mean, it's not fair, right? He had a 3v1 at first, and he kind of got caught by surprise by Hazanoki's attack, so that kind of did some damage, early damage to him. And so he's already kind of, you know, a little bit on the back foot, and then he's fighting Reggie, who can just heal himself with a spa ticket or whatever. So with all those conditions in mind, Megumi is having a bit of trouble, but he is about to summon his whole domain in the gym, and so we're gonna see how that goes. It should be absolutely fire. JJK passes by so quick. It pops off every week. I can't wait till next Thursday. It was an insane episode though, for sure. And I am looking forward to what happens next. In the meantime though, if you enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, or you can follow my Patreon, linked in the description down below. You'll gain access to early, uncut, and exclusive reactions that you get to decide on and influence. That should be it, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.